congratulations.
Thank
you
you.
are a U.S. citizen.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
Thanks. I really appreciate it. I'm beyond happy, actually.
We are here today in Papillion, Nebraska. We just finished up a naturalization ceremony. So in front of me, what's your first name?
It's Hamad.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank
you
you.
are a U.S. citizen.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
Thanks. I really appreciate it. I'm beyond happy, actually.
Yeah, I mean, this must be like one of the most exciting days of your life.
Absolutely. It's
So, go on ahead. I'm
no,
sorry.
I mean, it's like, it is really very exciting to me. It's like the most important day for me, for sure.
So, share anything that you want. I mean, where are you from originally? Tell me about your journey of how you got from your home country to here and how you became a citizen. Because I don't think a lot of people understand the process, right? I was born here, and so I take it for granted what it means to be an American.
For sure. Yeah. Well, I'm originally from Syria. I left Syria in 2012. I went to Jordan. I lived in Jordan for about a year. And during that time, I was waiting for a visa to come to the United States. And I came here as a student initially. And then after that, I went through the process of becoming a citizen through asylum. And then after that, a green card. And then after that, eventually, I was eligible to apply for the citizenship.
So from beginning to end, how long was the process until today when you became a U.S. citizen?
Almost like close to 11 years.
11 years?
Yes. Yep.
Wow, that's dedication.
It is, for
right?
sure.
But being an American is important to you, right?
It is totally worth it. Absolutely. I would do it again and again.
So,
I have to.
I don't know how much you're willing to share, but you're from a part of the world where, there's a lot of challenges and struggles, and certainly Syria. Can you, I don't want to, I'm not trying to disparage, where you're from, but I mean, I think tell me, why did you leave? And obviously, I guess it was to start a better life, but what kind of environment were you coming from in Syria?
Of course. I mean, it's mainly because of the war. I mean, yeah, that's a short answer. So that's why I left. Coming to the United States, to America, is really a dream. So I feel like now, like I'm living that dream right now. So the dream has come true for sure, specifically
Now
this day.
I guess you probably have a lot of family back in Syria, right?
I have some.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of them are out of Syria, but not in the States.
Okay.
Kind of like all over the world.
Okay, so a lot of your family was able to escape the war zone.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you miss Syria?
I definitely do. Yes,
Okay.
For sure. I wish someday I'd go there, but unfortunately I can't.
All right. Would it be unsafe for you to go back home?
Yeah.
All right. So it's pretty much, you kind of have to close the door on that chapter. And
Unfortunately, yes. Yep.
all right. Well, bittersweet tears, but
Well,
you are now standing in the greatest country in the world.
absolutely.
And, the land of opportunity, of milk and honey, as we used to say. So now that you're a U.S. citizen and you've been here for a while, if you don't mind sharing, what is it that you do? I thought you had mentioned that you came here, you were in school. So can you talk a little bit about that and what are you going to do now that you're a citizen?
Of course. I mean, first of all, this is my home now, and I'm really proud. I'm beyond that. What I do now is I'm a web architect.
Okay.
So basically a web developer. That's my official title. I came here as a student, but I did not really like what I studied first.
What did you study in school?
I came here as a chemistry major, just because in Syria I was in a pharmacy school.
Okay.
So that was the closest thing to me. But then after that, like soon after I arrived here, I realized I did not like it at all. So I wanted to go to computer science or software engineering, but I couldn't afford it. So I taught myself. So I'm self-taught.
Oh wow!
Yeah, kind of worked out for me. I worked on my own. I taught myself, and then eventually I was so lucky to land on a job in this field. So.
Okay. Have you ever, not to get too far ahead, because you're probably overwhelmed today with being a citizen, but have you ever, considered starting your own business someday, which will be a lot easier now that you're a citizen, or are you prefer, are you happy just working for an employer?
I mean, why not have my own business? That sounds really appealing to me, but we'll see. I mean, right now I'm kind of like just like working on developing my skills first because I know like I still have a few more tools or like languages.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 35 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you got your whole life ahead of you. You're a young guy, not an old timer like me.
Thanks. I'm glad to hear that.
You know. So, what kinds of things do you like to do? Well, let me back up. Sorry, I'm hopping around here. What are things that you really enjoy about America? I mean, obviously beyond the freedoms and the opportunities. I mean, just as far as, you know, the geography, the landscape, maybe, you know, the culture, maybe the music or food or something that you couldn't get back in Syria.
Absolutely.
What are some things that is exciting to you being here?
Just like if you take nature alone, like it's absolutely breathtaking. Like wherever you go, honestly. I'm a big nature guy. I love nature. Not like in a way that I just like look and appreciate. No, actually more than that. I like to live like in nature. I go camping. I go rent like a tent. I really enjoy the national parks. It's something like absolutely breathtaking. I love it.
Have you had a chance to see much of America?
I have actually.
Okay.
I've been to Hawaii. I've been to even the U.S. territories, Puerto Rico, the Virgin
really?
Islands. Let alone like not to mention California,
I was going to ask
Arizona.
that. You mentioned the national parks.
Yep.
I mean, we have a lot of great national parks across the U.S. I'm kind of biased, but if you go out west into what they call the Four Corners region, right, like Utah, you know, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, those four countries come together to form the Four Corners. The Grand Canyon,
Of course,
places
been
like
there.
you've been there, right?
Yep.
Isn't it's breathtaking, right?
It's just like really, I was like just standing there, like I didn't know what to say. Like it's just like whoa.
Yeah. And the neat thing is right, you can go to all 50 states, which I've had the luxury of doing, and every state has its unique things. It's almost like when I was in college, there was a girl that I knew that was talking about all the countries she had been, and I was like, she was from Australia, I think, and I was like, wow. And she was like, or I guess she was from Europe, and she was like, well, you have to realize that in a place like Europe, one country is the size of one of your states. So to travel to all of these countries wasn't a big deal. But my point is that in a lot of ways, like each state is like its own little world and microcosm,
Definitely.
you know, and so there's so many things to explore. But at any rate, I want to get a couple more interviews, and I'm sure you need to get back to doing what you need to do. But thank you very much for your time.
Thanks a lot.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Here,
Really
get a
appreciate
shake
it.
on camera there. Welcome
Thanks.
to America.
Thank you. Really appreciate
And
it.
I wish you all the luck in the world.
Thanks.